Steve and I have a 2015 Kia Sportage here in the shop, and we're getting ready to replace the rear forward lower control arms on it. The camber bolts on it are all frozen up, and the customer couldn't adjust the rear tire at the alignment shop. So we're gonna take those out, put some new ones in, and we're gonna tackle that in a minute. So here's the lower control arm right here. We're gonna take out. And what size socket we got on there? 19 millimeter.
Yeah, so we're going to back this nut off. This is the adjusting cam here. We got new bolts and we got a new arm. We're going to reuse this bolt. So we're going to take this 19 millimeter off and we're hopefully going to drive this S-cam out. But the reality is it's probably froze on the bushing like this one was. And this bushing we have to cut. As ugly as this looks, we live in New England. This is reality here. You pricks out in California probably going to come right off for you.
Yeah.
But here, it's just frozen. It's just frozen right off. So
yeah, we're in the Rust Belt like you guys in Michigan and stuff like that.
So it didn't come off. So the customer went for an alignment because he was wearing this left rear tire was kind of dinking in, and this is what adjusts the tire out. So this is kind of similar to a tie rod end, is really what it is. But the guy couldn't get it to move, so we had to put a new link on it, and we got a new S-cam on this side, and unfortunately we had to cut this thing out, and this is ugliness at its finest. So this one, we got a new bolt, the new bolt here for it, and we're not sure if it's going to come off. So we're going to take the nut off, and then we're going to try and drive the S-cam bolt out. But if it's frozen like this one, then we took this bolt out, we swung the arm down, and we were able to slice into this with the torch and then bend it up so that we could have access to cutting this.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys don't have to do this, because this is supposed to be a quick job. And it can turn out.
Yeah, it was all seized up in there on us.
And we're trying to be careful. We've got the fuel tank over here. We've got God knows in here.
Yeah.
Fire extinguishers ready, and you're just trying to be very, very gingerly. So we don't have the fuel tank over here, so that's the good news. So we're gonna take this one off.
Yep.
And see how we go. Once you back this nut off somewhat, you can hit the nut and see if the bolt is going to drive through. So I got it flush right now, and I've got 3/16 of an inch in between here. So we're going to hit this and see if it moves. If it don't move, then we're taking this bolt out. We're going to swing it down, and we're going to have to cut it just like the other one.
And it didn't move just like the other one.
All right, crack it off a little more. And hit it a little more.
So what happens is that bolt going through gets rusted to the inside metal jacket and that bushing, and you can't get it out of there. It's a big, huge pain. So I'm gonna back this nut off some more. Take another swing at it and see if it helps. It's not even moving, buddy.
Actually, I think it did.
You think it did?
I think it might have. All right, we got a new bolt, so we're going to take this off and see if it comes out. And that would be the joy of it all.
Yep, we went to the Kia, to the dealership, and got two brand new bolts, so we weren't really messing with having to reuse these.
Trying to find them online. We didn't have any luck, huh?
I saw them online, but they were different size bolts, and I wasn't quite sure, and I didn't want to have to return anything, so we just went to the dealer, and they matched them up. You just give them your VIN number and year and everything, they can figure it out for you. And they weren't cheap.
We're going to take this plate off right here and pry it off. Tony, how much would this make our day if this thing actually
I
moved? Huh?
don't see it happening, but we couldn't be so lucky.
It's supposed to be the positive one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not moving.
All right, we're going the same route. We're going to take this bolt off here. We're going to roll this down, and we'll show you where we're going to cut it.
And what size is this one?
19.
19? Same size?
Yeah.
We tried using a sawzall, but the blade that we have is kind of dull, and those bolts are pretty hard.
The bolt dull the blade that we have. Let's
Yeah,
say it
it's
that way.
yeah.
So, going with the red wrench, Tony.
One red wrench, here we go.
When we get this off and we pull this down before we put it back in, we're gonna wire wheel the bolt, never seize it, run it in the hole, take it out, make sure we got it straight. Now remember, this is on an angle. It's not coming in straight, it's going on an angle. Sometimes you have to twist this bar a little bit to catch your angle. You gotta make sure this bolt starts right. I'm gonna pull that down and see the room we got here now. We're gonna cut it here.
Yep.
And cut it up on the top here.
Ready, Freddy? Got the hose ready to rip.
Okay, so we cut our slot out there. We bent our metal up. So we have, this right here is the bushing. It's the metal bushing here. It's about all the rubber cooked out of it. So now we're gonna cut a slot in this, and then we're gonna hit this with the hammer and drive it through. And Tony's probably gonna hit it with the hammer when I heat it. And once we get this nice and hot and we cut the slit in this, we'll hit the bolt and we'll drive it through. We just drove the bolt through here, and the arm is loose now. And we're gonna take the pry bar, we're gonna twist this thing out, the bushing, and then we'll get this whole thing to come right out. Hot stuff?
There it is.
Yeah. And what we tried to do is not damage our elongated hole here.
Yeah, it's
And
fine.
we've accomplished it there. How about this side, Tom? Did we accomplish it over here?
Yeah, looks fine.
Yeah, mint. And if it's dented out a little bit, when you put your camber, S-cam bolt back in there, you're going to suck it right in and tight. And we're going to load this thing up with never seize, an S-cam with never seize. That's why we use never seize so much here on the one.
We use it, I know.
Because you ever got to go in there again, it's going to come apart. So
Yep. So I got an air gun too, and I'm gonna blow out this hole right here with that rear gun to get all the crud out of there, to help the threads hitch a little bit easier on that bolt.
So we're just spraying this thing with penetrating oil. Tony blew it out. We're going to get the bolt, wire wheel it, and never seize the bolt, and then run the bolt in and out so we know the threads are nice and clean on it. It came out hard the whole way, so we want to make sure that, we clean this bolt up good. The threads are great on it. We'll never seize it. We'll run it in and out, and then we'll know it should go in easy.
Okay.
So we got our bolt in there. We're just going to run our bolt in. Feels nice. It came out hard like the whole way, but the threads look good. So Tony blew it out. We put some penetrating oil in there. I never seized the bolt, and it's nice and easy now.
And the reason why we're doing this is so it's going to help up to clean the threads up inside that hole, so that this bolt, you can see the bolt, it's kind of at an angle, and it's a little bit of a pain in the ass to catch. So in an effort not to strip the bolts, you always hand tighten these. We're cleaning it out. We're just going to run this bolt down, and we should be able to catch it a lot easier, right, Steve?
Yeah. It's a fine thread metric bolt. You don't want to split the threads.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a little more never seize on it. Remember, it's got to go in on an angle.
Yep.
It's not going in straight. So you got to find it. But now that we have the threads all cleaned up, when we go to catch this thing, we should be able to start it with our fingers like this.
Yeah, you want to start it by hand.
Yeah. So, all right. So these are the, it's, you know, the dog bone, we call it. It doesn't matter which way it goes on. So we stick the knee hole this way here. We're leaving it loose. We're going to catch this bolt first.
Yeah, she's caught.
Kind of tight, you know, because the bone's got an angle to it. Now this one's got all kinds of room in here. We've got our S-cam that's going to come through this way.
Yep.
The pipe wrench gave this thing a little twist
There you go.
to get our bolt to come through, and we marked our S-cam so that we know where the bolt was, so we can get it close to where it was, and then we're going to have the alignment done on it. Line this up in here, and obviously we have to rotate this one. We'll try this so that we get this on there.
There you go.
And we can tighten the nut up. We'll get it snug, and then we'll adjust this because we put a paint mark on it. So from the old one.
As Steve was saying, you're gonna have to get an alignment done once this is all set.
Even
So
with the paint marks, we're gonna know that we're close. But you know, he was wearing tires in the back, so get the alignment.
but now the alignment shop can easily loosen this stuff up and align it the right way.
Yep. And I'm tightening it down to the bottoms, and I'm going to back it off, and then we'll find our paint mark. And I'm squishing the bracket back down if it expanded a little bit. Okay, all right, let's find our mark. I put a mark, a scribe mark, a paint mark at 12 o'clock here, and we knew our S-cam, you know, was in this position, and we were lined up with this notch right here. So we're close enough to get it to the alignment shop. We're going to snug this up now. We're going to hold this one from moving, and we're going to tighten this one up. All right. Now when they go in there, they'll loosen this nut, and they'll be able to turn this S-cam, and that's going to drive this wheel out like this or in the way they need it.
Then we just get that bolt on the bottom to tighten.
Finish tightening this one up.
But then catching that bolt near the on the bottom was easier than trying to do it the other way
Yeah, we started this first.
on the other side.
We put that bolt in first, and this time we started it on this one first, and it made it a lot easier.
Yeah, it did make it a lot easier.
You know, so. We're not going to tell you when easy, guys. You know, like
Yeah.
I said, if someone does this in Cali or somewhere where the weather's really nice, you know, email Tony and bust his ass about how easy it went. for him. My bolts just came right out, you know.
They do that anyway.
All right, that's it. And you know, we obviously did the other one. We told you how we cut it and everything, and it's all tightened up. We'll throw the wheels on right now, and we'll get it to the alignment shop, and we'll be good.